Shalom. Before I begin, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachakwadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who are teaching 100% truth of the Holy Scriptures. Shalom to the elect, and shalom to the brothers that are pushing the word of Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity. And this lesson is going to be entitled Imprisonment for Migrants. See, as you got Trump cracking down on the illegal immigrants. Hey man, now he needs a place to put them, right? Because you had the country, I think it was Colombia, if I'm not mistaken. They were speaking about that they weren't going. The president was like, "Nah, we ain't gonna take them. The people that you sent back." You know what I'm saying? Or Venezuela, one of them countries, right? And you had the elders from I was watching the camp out there in Boston, and they were saying, well, shit, man, if ain't no one gonna take them, shit, man, we'll just throw them off the plane. And this is the devil we speaking about. You know what I'm saying? And it's not too far-fetched that he'll do something like that, and blame it on an air crash, like. But I got a couple of articles, and we're gonna get into it. This is from Reuters, dated January 29th, 2025. The hopeful year of the destruction of Esau and the salvation of Israel. Okay, and this says Trump to prepare facility at Guantanamo for 300,000 migrants. All right, and this says Washington, January 29th, Reuters, or from Reuters.com. U.S. President Donald Trump said on Wednesday he will order the Pentagon and Department of Homeland Security to prepare a migrant detention facility at Guantanamo Bay for as many as 30,000 migrants. The U.S. naval base in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, already houses a migrant facility separate from the high-security U.S. prison for foreign terrorism suspects that has been used on occasion for decades, including to hold Haitians and Cubans picked up at sea. Right, and that's what this prison is mainly known for. All right, to house them Terry's suspects, right? And we watch them movies, we see how these they get treated, right? Because Esau, he's signing all these legislations, and he's basically, if you get classified as a Terry, you have no more rights, right? I got the right to an attorney. I plead the fifth. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be none of that. All right, he's gonna be pulling your teeth out. He's gonna be ripping your nails off. Right? He's gonna be shocking your Johnson. All right, and check out that movie Zero Dark 30. He shows you examples of torture, man, and CIA is very good at that. They'll do mental warfare, psychological warfare, and all, because you're a suspected Terry, because you're coming against America and what it stands for. All right. Let me see. Yeah, that was basically it, just to make the point that he's opening up this well-known prison to house migrants. And again, who's to say that, oh, well, it's because they mentioned the baddest of the baddest. He said when he has spoke, he was talking about these are the worst of the worst, that they won't send them back because the other countries, they'll just let them go. Here, some of them are so bad we don't even trust the countries to hold them because we don't want them coming back, so we're going to send them to Guantanamo. This will be double our capacity immediately, right? And tough. Okay, So again, and they've been using this for migrants, like I said. Okay, so then we go to this one. This is Trump seeks to deport Venezuelan gang members to El Salvador, Bloomberg reports. And if you know something about El Salvador, the president Bukele, he is very tough on crime. All right, they were coming from coming out of a civil war, right? And then you had all these gangs, and this dude, he made a very important point talking about the United States, right? Was that, them gang members that it blew up so bad out there, man, they were coming from LA. They were coming from the United States, right? And that cancer that they learned over there in the States, amen, they brought it there, and it was a corrupt system in El Salvador, right? But now she was like martial law. I seen how they were rounding them up, right? It was like some shit out the movies, using a drone and to capture the footage. These the police, it was like the military out there. They were moving, block by block, snatching up these MS-13 gang members, right? And now I think they have the biggest prison in the Americas, if I'm not mistaken, right? And they're deep, man. You got all type of gangsters up in there, right? So now the crime went down like 90-some%. And you have this is again, this is dated the 30th, January 30th. Trump seeks to deport Venezuelan gang members to El Salvador, Bloomberg reports. Reuters.com. U.S. President Donald Trump is looking to strike a deal with El Salvador to deport members of Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua to the Central American country. Bloomberg News reported on Thursday, citing people familiar with the discussion. Like TDA has been blamed for a surge in the crime in Americas. In the last year, the U.S. Treasury Department designated the group as a transnational criminal organization for activities including human smuggling, gender-based violence, money laundering, and drug trafficking. All right, that sounds like Esau activities. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio plans to visit Panama and 4 other countries in Central America in the coming days. In his first overseas trip, State Department spokesman Tammy Bruce told reporters last week. Okay, so this one I didn't read through. But yeah, that was it though. All right. So again, you see how this President Bukele, how he gets down with the criminals. And man, they very minimal food, the most basic of food, no like treats and stuff. All right, shit is crazy. And again, you got Trump that's gonna send these migrants out there. And I was reading another article. It was basically like a scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. So who knows in with them sending with this dude accepting the criminals, hey, they'll get a little kickback, guns, or I don't know, incentives. Who knows what he'll put on the table for them, right? And then I got this. This shit made me laugh. Check this out. This just.
As long as he went through the proper. As long as he went.
Would you rather?
Jesus was here right now. Would you let him in?
As long as he went through the proper. As long as he went.
As long as he came here legally. As long as Jesus Christ came to this country legally. We would let him in.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. No, thank you.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah.
At least
I feel like Jesus was kind of like a big open border socialist.
well, that's interesting that you say that. Well, there are some things that
Edomite ain't never cracked that
Saw
Bible.
we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee. As ye
First
have
time
done it
him hearing
unto
that.
one of the least of these, my brethren, ye have done it unto me. What do you think it's about?
The only thing I can say is until we get our own people under control, I'm not worried about anybody outside this country.
We were talking about immigration. There were some parts in it that I thought were like
See,
pro-immigration.
so he don't believe in the scriptures, man. You know, he don't believe in the scriptures. Not saying, because the title says Jesus needs papers. Yeah, he's a pump faker, man. He don't believe in the scriptures. This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 4. It says, the Egyptians will I give over unto the hand of a cruel Lord, and the fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua of hosts. And just like the apostle been going into, amen, he is that cruel Lord. You know what I'm saying? He don't care about families being taken apart, right? And through the Spirit, he's even coming against the Gadites, right? The so-called Native Americans. Made a lesson going into the Trump administration redefining birthright citizenship. And it's basically he's trying to take shit on Gad. So it's not just the northern Latino kingdoms. Tribes. It's also, the Native Americans, right? And he's showing you that he don't care, right? There was signing, I think it was the some Riley, right? Because that chick that got killed, right? So now that gives them the opportunity to places where they couldn't go before, places of worship, schools, things of that nature. That was, you could call it like a safe haven, but now that's off the table, right? So now going to this. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rust, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And you see, he's showing you his wickedness, right? That rust on iron is always going to come, especially if it's out there in the elements, right? And Esau, he's just being that perfect devil. But our people, they have put trust in this enemy. He's going to show you, all these Hispanics that had voted for Trump. Amen. He's going to show you that he ain't with y'all. Right? He's trying to make America great again. Talking about the golden age. Right? It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not altogether wiped away. All right. So it's you gonna wipe that looking glass, and it's gonna be it's gonna make everything clear, right? And he says he's humble. He says he believes in God. Right? You see, you had that bitch talking about if he came in the right way. It's funny because, they don't believe, man, but they take the humble route. Oh, yeah, I believe in God and Jesus Christ is my savior. All right, and he came and he died for the world, but yet, the scriptures talk about love thy neighbor. Where's the love, huh? It says, verse 12, it says, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And now at the last, remember my words and be pricked therewith. An example of that is the dude Haman, right? And the elders out there in Boston always go into, Haman, right? How did he come into the story? One chapter he's here, and then the next, he gets presented, and he's all the way up in this high seat. You know what I'm saying? And that's how he is with Jake. Then they be at the workplace trying to, butter you up and be your friend. Right? You slip of the tongue and you may say something, and then now they come through in HR, and you only told one person, and it's like, yeah, this motherfucker, 1 second he's your friend, he's your enemy, and then what? He's back to being your friend, but now your guard is up, right? And he's gonna try to take your spot, even though he comes humble, right? And like it says at the last, remember my words and be pricked therewith. Like, damn, I should have known that, man. I should have never paid attention to this guy, man. Verse 13, it says, who will pity a charmer who is bitten with a serpent? For any as come nigh wild beasts, right? And we gave you that warning, right? Especially, you Hispanics. Hey, man, Trump hates you, goddamn, you so-called black people too. That's why he's coming with that whole DEI, diversity, equality, and inclusion. But he's putting it as a blanket for LGBT barbecue people. All right, brothers has been going into that, that social Darwinism, how the white man, especially the JOO, is, you know what I'm saying, the top guy, the top and smartest IQ points, and you know what I'm saying, you can't comprehend the way we do, right? Teaching, the Trump has been saying that merit based, okay, because he knows that the Hebrew Israelites is calling his ass the devil. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna end off with this Revelation 12:12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right, and right now, Esau, these politicians, right? They could have blowback from these, lawsuits, right? From these agencies that, they help people, and, civil rights and all this type of deal, right? But how much more when it says that what they, for the devil is come down unto you, and it's not talking about spiritual demon Satan, right? It's talking about the so-called white man, his counterpart here on the earth, all right? Having great wrath, because he understands that, the birthright was taken away from him. And this is talking about the elites, because these politicians, the people you see ruling, those are none but puppets, all right? It's these elites that ultimately are pulling the strings from the behind of the curtains, and they want their birthright back. And they think, well, we got to take out every single Israelite. And guess what? They understand Israelite foreigners, so a lot of other nations finna get it too. Okay? But it's mainly for so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That great wrath. Because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. He sees the chariots. He sees the prophets on the streets. He sees the algorithms and, hey, black Hebrew Israelites, Esau the white man, Caesar Borgia, things of that nature. That's why through the Spirit, the apostles and elders have been saying, well, shit, back in the days, you could have found certain images. You could have found certain websites that now you have to dig deeper. They're altogether just done away with. Okay, because they understand that, oh shit, you got these people waking up. We can't have that. So before, they have a plan, right, to exterminate all this world. It's exterminate, what's it, 8 billion people. I don't know, I forget. The Georgia Guidestones, just look up the Georgia Guidestones, and what they do, man, they destroyed those, right? Try to cover their trail, but through the spirit, everybody knows about them. Okay, so gonna close out by giving all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Rachakwadash, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahushai, Shalom.